Somebody was going to make a cocaine joke. I knew that! You're like, yeah, now we can make the joke. Alright. And there she was, drum roll, Alba, hiding in prayer underneath a bed in Cartagena. Every time the dandy lawyer, her fourth suitor this year, knocked on their door, she ran up the stairs holding her naguas, whispering to her sisters, "That hombre again? Pero Dios mío! I'm not here, I'm not here, I'm not here." But under the wooden bed she was, clutching her rosary, annoyed, sweating shitless, our Alba. Just 15, but a total mujerón, with hair so long, Rapunzel cried envy tears, hips so smooth and thick, Coca-Cola envisioned their bottle after her. They should have. But silent and shy like a worm, swimming deep into the cave, diving into the wood of darkness, some earthworm, this niña, like she'd inherited some bad blood and not the tralala tongue del diablo of the Cartageneras. Pero what's going on with this pelada? Ajá, is she slow, mujer? Seemed to be the song sang on repeat around her. The niña was cursed with shyness. Okay, that's not true. Let me rephrase that. A love for solitude misunderstood for shyness. And there she laid, eating the freaking morning and already inhaling all that dust under the bed, inching backwards while her daddy whispered angrily if she did not come down, hacerle visita al don, he pulled her out herself. How dare she? His screams annoyed her, but she devised a way of keeping them out by always carrying cotton balls in the pockets of her skirt, placing them in her ear and humming while he yelled. Did he think this Jeva was some dumb bitch easily manipulated with bulgy eyes and belts? Of course he did. Pero mi reina, our girl, was resourceful. You wanna yell, papi? Bring it on. I'll be waiting on the other side, humming some panchos and filing them nails. The room smelled of burned candle. Next to the door, the long mirror reflected the lit candles, emitting a trail of smoke, as if there was a thin thread tied to the planks of wood in the ceiling, as if the room were held together by a thin, evaporating miracle. Next to the candles, estampas of el Sagrado Corazón de Jesús, la Virgen de la Candelaria, la Virgen de Chiquinquirá, la Virgen del Carmen, Santo Tomás, and unopened gifts with love scribbles stacked against the boudoir like shiny green grenades. La persistencia de ese hombre. Is he ever gonna give up so I can listen to my radio novelas in peace? No joda. And you think any jevita during the 1950s will be jumping on one leg if a partidazo like the dandy lawyer approached their fathers with 2 bottles of whiskey per week, serenaded them with mariachis, and gifted a freaking German horse with a red bow and a luscious mane? Do you know, carajita, it took 3 months for that horse to travel the Atlantic? Albita didn't know and she didn't care. Por mí, that horse can die y yo no muevo un dedo. The horse stayed outside in the sizzling sun, sheeting so much the Juan's house became known as La Cagada. Oye, mi niña, tu casa es una cagada. Papi couldn't take the sassy whispering of the vecinas and the condescending pats in the back of the hombres. Hermano, por favor, one can only take so much shit in life. So instead of killing it, everyone in La Cagada just let the stunning 4-legged beast die. Right outside their windows, inside the patio, drooling the water left in him. And every day during breakfast, Papi pointed to the patio, announcing to the entire family, "The groans? Alba's fault. The snorting? Alba's fault. The moaning? Alba's fault." Letting no one else feed the horse, but reminding them every morning his oldest daughter cared for nothing, had no respect, no soul. Alba shut close the curtains and placed cotton balls in her ears to avoid the painful moaning. But it was only when the radio novelas came on and hunger turning all the way up that she could refocus, that she could live. Eventually, when hearing his gift drowned in mosquito shit, the dandy lawyer sent 3 of his machitos to pick it up and a letter to Alba with just one sentence. ¿Qué tú quieres, mujer? What do you want? Nobody rejects Abel's papa. Not your mama, not your papi, not your 15-year-old radionovela-driven muñequita self. And who did Albita think she was, picking and choosing which macho forever humped her? This cabron's family owned the Ford dealership in Cartagena, carajo, knew the presidente by name. His family dealt emeralds from the moment the Spanish landed in the Nuevo Mundo and said, aquí me quedo, hijo de puta, here I'm staying. The warm breeze of Cartagena, plus its rhythmical military chants, luring every motherfucker willing to make a buck in the ever-growing markets of slave trade and shiny stones. Cha-ching. The dandy lawyer could trace his lineage all the way up to Arnoldo Vélez, a famous Spanish jeweler known for his cat fetish, who in 1786 jumped in the next boat out of Sevilla chasing El Dorado and found himself switching the top hat for a guayabera. Papi Vélez fell head over heels hard with the smell of the ocean, the cats, the Sinu women who tended his house. Now that, mi reina, is a real baller. 2 generations after Papi Vélez died asphyxiated from all that cat hair, the Vélez started losing money big time. What with all of the sudden having to pay their workers, all of the sudden La Ley de Indias protecting people and shit. The Spanish crown couldn't make up its mind, cachaco. Are the Sinu people or are they not? Talk about wishy-washy. Por Dios, La Familia had no patience for this. The dandy's lawyer's grandfather sold the Emerald Company just when Mr. Yankee Ford looked into expanding his wheels. And Madre Santísima, the dough was real. They were right at the port. When closing the deal, the daddy's lawyer grandfather famous words, "This is proof that Jesucristo is part Colombiano." Was it not? Everyone wanted a piece of that fancy criolla cake on wheels, shiny black machines roaring around Cartagena like futuristic monsters, naguas in and out of cars, hairy hands in and out of naguas, etc. The Vélez empire, known for its harem of beautiful wives smoking outside a terrace with sad looks and fake moles. Daddy lawyer needed to continue the tradition with an Anvita in pompous dress and a French updo by his side. So he promised land, cars, any number of maids, entry to the country club. Paz, he wasn't that perro, only slept with a few guarichas. What else do you want, mujer? But have you learned anything from this story yet? These women ain't gonna fall that easy. Cachaco, por favor. She hated hairy men in white suits, and above all, she hated her father's smiling eyes, the crossed ring on his pinky, serving whiskey and cracking jokes with the dandy lawyer while they waited for her downstairs. Albita, they called. She sneezed. It was bug season. It was mosquito fever season. Outside, muddy streets staining lawn skirts. Outside, sheets of rain coating Cartagena. The colonial Caribbean beauty, once the most important Spanish port through which slaves came in and only gold came out. A boiling pot of riches, just as Salve Marias and gunpowder. Alba scratched the red mosquito bites on her legs, enjoying the pain, scratching harder each time, checking the bumps until her red head popped and bled. She'd been out in the garden with her radio light last night, and even though her sick mama had begged her to come inside before Papi woke up, but no use in begging. Now her legs looked more corn than skin. It was a matter of time before she had to walk down the stairs. Our girl knew this. Matter of time before Papi yelled an ultimatum, before her mama's coughing fit, before Lourdes or one of her other sisters teased her, threatened to cut her hair, burn it, break the radio. Nevertheless, she stretched that time like a piece of tutti frutti gum. She wrapped her body in that tutti frutti gum, hoping for an invisibility cloak, or, if possible, to net it into a thick cocoon around her. A bubblegum nest of infinite time. Pero mi reina, tutti frutti gum quickly hardened, and before you could say se armó el bololo, she was sitting next to the dandy inhaling its cologne and sweat. "Could you please wear a different cologne next time?" she said. "Alba, how dare you," her father yelled. "I can barely breathe next to him, Papi, and you want me to marry him?" Thank you.